Welcome, ladies, to Fit Club Remote. You're here with me on Zoom. I'm so proud of you. Being on Zoom is not easy. Working out is not easy. This entire time is not easy. And yet you are here. Please give yourselves a figurative pat on the back. Don't actually do it because I don't want you to wrench your spine or your shoulders. And we're going to start with our warm-up. So we're beginning with just a little 1, 2, 1, 2. We're shifting our weight from one foot to the other. We're keeping our heels up and our landings are very soft. A lot of times I'll hear like some tapping or some pounding. We want it to be very quiet. Good rule of thumb is if your landings are quiet, you're not doing as much impact to your joints. So that's important to consider. Now, when I say go, we're essentially going to go real fast with our little feet. So send your hips back just a little bit. Tailbone is, belly button is pulled in, shoulders are back and down, hands are up in a ready position. And when I say go, you can go as fast and as quietly as you can. In 3, 2, 1, go. Do now little football shuffles. Good. It's like someone's chasing you. And you're just sprinting away. Ooh, those thighs should start to burn. Good. We're just going to go this long on this first one. Calves are going to be on fire. And that heart rate should start to come up pretty quick. Nice, soft landings, as I said, as quiet as humanly possible while keeping your speed up.
Stop, exercise.
Good, and bring it back. Excellent. Now we're going to shift your weight from right to left. Bring your hips underneath you, your torso all the way up. And this time, we're going to shift over and over using the whole body. So we go right, then left, then right, then left. Good. You'll notice that my heel is kind of coming up a little bit off the ground. Let's take this double time. Over, 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 over. Good. Beautiful. So now we've got ourselves into a low impact boxer shuffle. If you like, you're welcome to go into a higher impact, but that is up to you. Good. Over, over, over. Excellent. Hands up. And we're going to jab, 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 jab. It is cold today, ladies. So here's what I think we're going to do. Let's keep it going. We're going to be interspersing our strength with a little bit of active strength and aerobic mix. It's all going to be low impact.
Begin set 3.
It's going to be great. But basically, my goal is just to never let you get cold. I just want you to be warm and cozy and comfortable on this chilly, chilly November day. Good. Let's keep it here for 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to bring the arms overhead. Good. Gorgeous. So this is less boxing and more like dancing. We're going yay, 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 yay. Good. Excited for this new week to begin. Beautiful. We got 3, we got 2, we got 1. Let's go ahead and bring the hands right behind the ears and up into our high knees. Beautiful. And we add our little twist.
Begin set 4.
Good. Core is nice and tight. Shoulders are back and down. We start slow. Go a little bit faster. Good. Now for today, you're going to need your pillow and your hand weights a little bit faster. Also, a place against a wall that you can place your hands a little bit faster. So you know if you got like a priceless painting, don't do push-ups against your priceless painting. A little bit faster.
Stop.
Good. Beautiful. So I'm going to take this off because the heater is on in here. I'm successfully warm, and I'm going to grab the hand weights, and you should also do that too. All right. We're going to begin with a sumo squat. Toes turned out and the weights coming down in front of the body.
Begin set 1.
I'm going to turn on a small diagonal so you can see. Knees and toes always on the same plane. Hips back and down. Go ahead and hold this, ladies. I'm just going to make sure that I'm admitting some folks. There we go. Beautiful. Hips back and down, toes turned out, and we're going to go ahead and pulse, pulse, and pulse. Beautiful. Now, we want to go as low as our knees can tolerate
Stop,
and
exercise.
maintaining good form. 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold the sumo squat and add a bicep curl. Good. Now again, as we go
Begin
into our
set
bicep
2.
curls, it's very common for people to kind of start to drift up. Your job is to keep as low as possible, keep those legs burning, keep that core temperature high. Shoulders are back and down, hips are slightly back. Whew, and I did upper body earlier today, so my bicep curls are slowing down, but if you can keep that pace, that would be fabulous. Good. Beautiful. Sink your hips back a little bit if you need to.
Stop, exercise.
Gorgeous. Let's go ahead and put the weights down mindfully, using your legs as needed. We're going to bring the feet all the way together. Small chair pose, hips back and down. We're going to keep your weight in the heel of the left foot with a soft bend. Right foot
Begin
taps back
set 3.
and in, back and in, and let's pick it up. Here comes that aerobic. So we're holding a lot of stability through the supporting leg with the soft bend. This quad should start to burn, especially after that extended sumo that you just did. So we're still getting that strength. Those legs are still working really hard. We're just adding a little bit more rapidity to the movement. Heart rate's coming back up. The breath is coming again.
Stop,
Beautiful.
exercise.
3, 2, 1. Bring the feet all the way together. Do not come out of the chair pose. Send your hips way back, way down. Pulse. Now, again, always really important. Those knees do not come past the toes. Always shifting the weight back.
Begin set 4.
And set 4, other side. Tap and tap. Go slow at first if you need to. It's going to help you get your balance. And then we pick it up. Pick it up. Core is tight, chest is open. Weight in those heels. Quads are on fire. And again, as always, light little landings, nice and soft. Shh. I'm a big advocate for loud women, except when it comes to your landings.
Stop, exercise.
Good.
Switch to the next
Woo.
station.
Thighs are on fire. Let's go down into our planks. Okay, cool. Oh my God, my butt is so sore. From a different thing, unrelated. Okay, elbows down. We're gonna begin with our basic plank. I'm gonna show
Begin
both
set 1.
a knee plank and a full plank. So I'm gonna start with a knee plank. A lot of times with ladies, I'll see them doing their knee plank, their butt is up in the air like this. We wanna make sure that we're one gorgeous straight line from your kneecaps to the very tippy top of your head. Tailbone is tucked. If a knee plank is a little bit too easy for you, go ahead and pick those knees up. Driving your elbows down hard into the mat. And whether you're doing knee or
Stop,
plank,
exercise.
I want your lower abdominals to be trying to crawl up the front of your body to the cavity just below your ribs. Good. Go ahead and give yourself a quick little break. You'll notice I kind of had you go into the break a little bit
Begin set
because
2.
I'm a cheat. All right, set 2, same thing. And then we'll change it up. So whether you're doing your knee or your full plank, doesn't matter. Still an opportunity to get ab work. Now, I want you to focus on the abs right here in the front of the body. Those abs are squeezing together like an accordion. We often say tuck your tailbone. That's shorthand. Your lower back is gonna flatten out, but I want you to focus all of that work in your abs.
Stop, exercise.
Drop your knees, send your hips back. Give me a child's pose. All right, sets 3 and 4. We're gonna go into a modified side plank. Now, if you know your shoulders really don't like these, stick with your normal plank. However, I am going to show a version that
Begin set 3.
I'd like you to try if your shoulders just here and there get a little cranky. So you're in one straight line, hips stacked one right on top of the other hand is planted on the floor. You're going to pick those hips up. So you can see there's a lot of space right here. Now, if you already know you're strong, you can hold this. But if you feel a little cranky in your shoulder, you're just going to drop your hips, tap to the floor, get a little tiny break, and then come back up again. Down, tap, and up. If you're stronger, you know you can do more than this. You can
Stop
hold it high,
exercise.
pulse it up top. If you know you can do more than that, give me that beautiful full plank, baby. But we're gonna go ahead, switch to the other side. Oh my God. So sore.
Begin set 4.
All right, so reminder for the people who are strong, go right into your preferred plank. I'm demonstrating the modification. For those people who either have shoulders that are sometimes sensitive and or just feel like they haven't built up the strength yet for a full side plank, this is a wonderful compromise. You come up, you come down, little break, then your waist on the bottom squeezes to bring you back up again. Good, so with our planks, we've hit the front.
Stop
And the
exercise
side
and
core.
switch to the next
Let's
station.
go ahead and turn over onto our backs. Whew. So, pardon me, I'm not gonna grab your pillow. We're gonna begin with our bridges, but we're gonna bring our feet as wide as humanly possible, toes and knees
Begin
pressed
set
outward.
1.
Very similar to the sumo squat, right? You wanna imagine like there's those two little pads on the outside of your knees that you're trying to press apart. You're gonna bring your hips up. You're gonna pulse at the very top. And oh my God, why am I teaching this? This is exactly where I'm sore. Ow! Good. Watch, I'll feel so much better after this. Now, as you pulse at the very top, we want to get those outer glutes burning. We want you to do your very best to keep squeezing your butt cheeks together, which is very hard to do when your stance is this wide, right?
Stop
But the
exercise.
idea is to keep fighting for it. Good, belly button in. This is technically the break. Take it if you need it. Don't take it if you don't need it. I'm gonna keep going, even though this is torture.
Begin set 2.
Good. Beautiful. All right, at the end of set 2, we're gonna go into a little bit of an aerobic option. Now, if you have sensitive wrists or sensitive shoulders, you're gonna stick with this. If your wrists or your shoulders healthy and you wanna burn a few extra calories, get your temperature up a little bit, get your breath going a little bit, at the end of this
Stop
set,
exercise.
now we're gonna come into a high plank. So, hands directly underneath the shoulders, feet all the way back, beautiful high plank. Bring your feet all the way together.
Begin set 3.
We're gonna bring one knee in, and then you're gonna come all the way into downward dog, squeeze the glute, bring that heel high. And then we come in, and then we go high. This is a slightly more advanced move. If the downward dog doesn't feel so good, you're welcome to just hold the plank with the glute squeeze. This is still fairly advanced, but there's less movement. Good, so we're still getting that booty. Squeeze that butt. Good.
Stop exercise.
Drop your knees, give a child's pose. If you're still doing your bridges, pull your knees into your chest, stretch out your lower back. I'm gonna turn around so you can see my leg moving. We're gonna switch to the other side. Now, if you need to
Begin
practice,
set 4.
sometimes it helps just to go from downward dog into high plank. If you've done yoga a lot, this should be no new thing for you. And then all you add is the leg, and then up. So when you come down into a plank, the knee comes forward, downward dog, that knee leg comes up, and you squeeze the booty. So this, getting that heart rate up. You can hear my breath going. Whew. And at the end of this set,
Stop exercise and switch to the next station.
Oh, goodness. All right, you're gonna find your place against a wall. Let's see, you can kind of see this one. Okay, so I'm not using a wall, right? I'm using a pole, but if you have a wall, you're more than welcome to have a wide stance. We're gonna go into our push-ups. So hands against the wall, step your feet back, nice tight plank position. We're gonna come down and up. Now you notice with my pole, my grip has to stay really narrow, which means my elbows are going straight down. Now for a lot of people, a narrow grip is actually the right one. So if I were doing it against the wall, keep going ladies, but if I were doing it against the wall, narrow grip against the wall, elbows would come straight down. It would look just like this, right? If I were doing a wide grip against the wall, my elbows will come out to the side, a little bit different. Both are legitimate. Neither one is necessarily better than the other, unless you have a shoulder injury, some other kind of impingement, range of motion, what have you.
Begin set 2.
My impingement is that I don't have a wall, I only have poles, so this is what I'm sticking with. Down and up, good. Nice tight plank, shoulders are down away from the ears, chest remains nice and open, and you do want to make sure that you are not collapsing your shoulder blades in the back. Everything stays aligned. Good. Now, a wall push-up for many people is just not going to be that challenging. You're welcome to come to a chair or a bench or the floor, but if you want to stay on the wall and see how it can be hard, you're just going to follow me for sets 3 and 4. Good. Take a break, because we're going to go through sets 3 and 4, especially if you're on a wall. We're going to pick the pace up. So, you're going to follow me. Get ready. And we're going to come.
Begin set 3.
Down, up, 1, 2, 1, 2. We got staying alive, good. 1, 2, 1, 2, beautiful. We want to keep that rhythm. We're trying to keep integrity of reps. We're getting lots and lots and lots of them, is the idea. Keeping that core nice and tight. We got 1, 2, 1, 2. Whoops, I backed my head
Stop exercise
up against this pole. Now she said to stop, but we're not gonna. Beautiful. Keep it going. We should be burning significantly by now. Working 9 to 5.
Begin set 4.
What a way to make a living. A little bit slower than a lot of songs. Good. But we're going that full range of motion. Keep it going. 1, 2, 1, 2. Whew, heart rate should be up as well. That's the nice thing about going faster. It's gonna get that burn. It's gonna feel really hard by the end, and it's like extra cardio. Isn't that so wonderful? I just love it. All right. Now, at the end of this set, we're going to grab our hand weights one more time.
Stop exercise and switch to the next station.
Ow! It burns. Okay, so hand weights, one in each hand. Pick them up mindfully. My poor glutes. Okay, we're going to go into a row. So, big, wide A stance. Upper body comes
Begin
down.
set 1.
We're going to come up, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and relax. Up and down. Up and down. Good. Gorgeous. Now, neck is nice and long, and you are pinching a penny between those shoulder blades every single time. Core stays nice and tight. If for whatever reason you don't care for this A stance, like maybe you feel like you're gonna fall over, you are totally welcome to come into a bent over stance. But if your lower back doesn't like this very much, it's important that you give yourself that kickstand, okay? Let's go ahead and come on up. We're gonna take a quick break. Roll those shoulders back. Beautiful. We're gonna do one more set just like that. I'll switch to the other side so you can
set
see.
2.
Good. So, up and down. Now, the more parallel you get your body to the ground, the more you have to work against gravity. This does, however, tend to build up some tension in people's necks. So I don't mind if you're up a little bit higher, but that is gonna feel easier. So what is one way you can compensate for easier? Go a little faster. 1, 2, 1, 2. Making sure you squeeze those shoulder blades every time.
Stop, exercise.
Beautiful, come on up, take a break. Roll the shoulders back and down. And when you're holding weights and you do your shoulder rolls, I want you to use the weights to really drop your shoulders away from your ears so your neck is nice and long. Good. All right, set 3. We're gonna
Begin
add
set
a
3.
tricep. So we go into a row, yes, but then we extend it back. Bend and extend. So we have 4 distinct movements. Row 1, tricep 2, bend 3, extend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting the row, we're getting the tricep, and then we reset. Row, try, reset. Good. 1,
Stop, exercise.
2, 3, 4. Go ahead and come on up. Gorgeous. Roll your shoulders back and down. We have 1 more set. Exact same thing. We're gonna start nice and slow because I know this is kind of like multi-part sort of choreography.
Begin set 4.
So I'll start slow. If you have it already, you can pick up speed if you need to. So we're gonna come up. Row 1, extend 2, bend 3, 4, row, back, tricep, bend, extend. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and squeeze, squeeze, release, squeeze, squeeze, 3, release. Good. 1, 2,
Stop,
3,
exercise, and
4.
switch to the
Good.
next station.
Very nice. You're going to put one of the weights down. Hold on to the other one. You're going to lie down on your back. One more time. We got 2 things going on. We got a single weight and we got a squishy ball.
Begin set 1.
Squishy ball goes between the knees, which then go onto the floor. Weight comes above the chest and then straight up into the air. You're gonna squeeze the ball, you're gonna tighten your abs, and we're gonna do shoulder pull over. Good. Go nice and slow at first. Now this is different than a tricep skull crusher, something a lot of people are familiar with, the skull crusher. This one is more of a shoulder exercise. You'll notice I'm keeping a soft elbow. It's not stick straight,
Stop,
right?
exercise.
It's like Barbie, but you're only moving at the shoulder. Good. Now you're gonna keep squeezing that ball, but you're gonna pick both knees up into the air. Bring your heels together.
Begin
Squeeze the
set
ball
2.
hard. Good. And now all of a sudden, our shoulder pullover has turned into ab work. That weight is going to make it very important that you keep that rib cage down on the floor. A lot of times people are going to want to arch their back like this, right? But it's your job. Keep your back down. Keep the core tight. Squeeze the ball. Lower abs are working as well. Good.
Stop, exercise.
Beautiful. And here we can take a little break. So bring the weight to the chest. Very gently drop your feet to the floor. Release the squeeze of the ball just a little bit so your inner thighs get a break. And I'm just going to rock my knees from right to left. Good. So you're more than welcome to stick with what we
Begin
just got.
set 3.
However, if you want to do a little bit more challenging, we're going to add some movement to the legs. So the arms come away, so do the legs by a couple of inches. Hold, and then bring it back in and squeeze. And I want you to kind of like tap your arms with your knees right here. Good. Keep your lower back down, keep your lower back down, keep your lower back down. Extend. So the knees should be kind of just past the thighs here.
Stop, exercise.
And tap. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean just past the thighs, I meant just past the hips. So when you extend, here are your hips, your knees are no longer on top of your hips, they're just past. And then bring it in. So we're moving extremely slowly.
Begin set 4.
The range of motion is not huge, but we are moving like an accordion, both sides, going out at the same time, and then coming in. If your lower back doesn't care for this, just keep the knees in, keep the ball squeezed, and just do the arms, just like that. This is totally fine. The extension of the legs right here, totally optional. Now, if you're feeling really strong today, you're welcome to go a little bit farther. Only if your back is really strong.
Stop
okay?
exercise and switch to the next
Go ahead and
station.
put the weight to the side first. Take your ball away and pull your knees into your chest. Oh, mama. Very, very good. All right, one more time. I'm gonna come up to standing.
Begin set 1.
And we're gonna grab our weights. And the first thing we're gonna do, some calf raises. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm just gonna hang out here, wait until everybody catches up. Good. Very, very simple. Don't worry, it'll get more complicated. Good. And once you get to your calf raises, we're gonna pick up the pace just a bit. I'll turn sideways so you can see. 1, 2, 1, 2, up and up and up. Very nice.
Stop
Now,
exercise.
here's the thing with calf raises. A lot of times I see people kind of pop their little knees forward, a little Michael Jackson move. That actually takes all of the work out of the calves. So I know why people do it. Makes it easier. Good. But you're going to keep your legs really straight. Your tailbone
Begin set
tucked,
2.
belly button in, glutes lightly squeezed, shoulders are back and down. And here we go. We're going to add a bicep curl. Up and down. Up and down. Now you'll notice the calves have to slow down just a little bit because the range of motion for the biceps is bigger. I bet you thought we were done with bicep curls. That was just one set. Now we're working the calves and the biceps. Good. But the two moves are going to happen concurrently. When the weights come up, the calves come up, and vice versa. Good.
Stop exercise.
Gorgeous. Go ahead and shake out those calves. I am sure that they are burning, or I hope that they are burning. Sets 3 and 4, calves and shoulders. Good. So this time,
Begin set 3.
you're going to pulse up and down, up and down. Good. So you'll notice that the range of motion on the shoulders is not huge. Very small little pulses. If your shoulders are healthy, and you feel strong today, you're welcome to go into alternating. It'll look like this. Up and down, up and down. Otherwise, keep the range of motion small. And if your shoulders don't even like this, go back to your biceps, up and down. So we have 3
Stop
options.
exercise.
We have biceps, we have shoulder pulses, or we have alternating shoulder presses. But everything's got a little calf raise with it. Obviously, if you have an ankle problem, a calf problem, you don't have to do the calf
Begin
raises.
set 4.
Good. This is set 4, ladies. Beautiful. Keep that core tight, glutes lightly squeezed. Keep that gaze forward. We want to keep our skull in line with our spine. Whew. My whole body's working. It looks like just my shoulders and my calves, but really my butt's working, my abs are working. My chest is working because I want to keep my chest nice and open as I do my presses, or my bicep curls, or my shoulder pulses, whichever you choose.
Stop exercise.
Woo.
Your training is now
Your training is
complete.
complete, ladies.
Please wipe down machines
Very
and continue to the
mindfully.
cardio area.
Place your weights down. You will no longer need them. You're going to turn on an A stance. So one leg is way behind the other. Make sure that both toes are pointing in the same direction. A lot of times I see this, right? We've got to turn out of the back foot. Both toes pointing in the same direction. You're going to plant your hands on your front thigh, straighten out your back leg, and sink that heel. Calf stretch. Standing calf stretch. Good. Now, if you want to, you can do this against a wall. I'll show you what that looks like on the other side. Big breath in, and on the exhale, let that heel come up. Shift your weight onto your front foot. come up gently. So if you're against a wall, it'll look like this. Just hands planted against the wall. Send the other foot back. Straighten out that back leg and sink your weight into that heel, softening the front knee. A lot of times people find this one a little bit easier to manage because there's a little less balance involved. You can relax a little bit more. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, try to relax and lengthen that calf even more. And one more time, inhale. And exhale as you very gently let that back heel come up. Shift your weight onto that front foot. And then come say hi to me. Yay.
I'm gonna switch cameras.
Sure. Who we got? There we go. And if you want to unmute yourselves, ladies.
Thank you for your work.
Yeah. Oh, is there a thing on the camera?
Since we can't see you.
We're having technical difficulties here, ladies.
It's one of those days.
I finally got some weights.
Well,
now it feels
all of
better.
my love to you guys. Great work.
Okay,
I
thank
will.
you.
Okay.
I
Bye.
gotta go teach
Bye.
the outdoor classes, but I will see you next week. Yay! Great work, ladies.